morning students. Now we are going to discuss about History Chapter 1, the French Revolution. In this chapter we will discuss about the French Revolution, French society during the late 18th century, the outbreak of the revolution, the event of the 14th July 1789. At first, we will discuss about the events of 14th July 1789 in France. In the morning of 14th July 1789, the king ordered his troops to move into the city. There was a rumor that he ordered his army to open fire upon the citizens. 7,000 men and women gathered in front of the town hall and decided to form a people's militia. Students, militia means a military force. They broke into a number of government buildings in search of arms. A group of several hundred people stormed the fortress prison, the Bastille, where they hoped to find hoarded ammunition. The crowd destroyed the Bastille. The commander of the Bastille was killed and the prisoners released. Yet the Bastille was hated by all because it stood for the despotic power of the king. The fortress was demolished and its stone fragments were sold in the markets. Most people were protesting against the high price of bread. Much later, when historians looked back upon this time, they saw it as the beginning of a chain of events that ultimately led to the execution of the king in France. Let us discuss about Louis XVI. In 1774, 20 years old Louis XVI of Bourbon family became the king of France. He was married to the Austrian princess Marie Antoinette. Due to long years of war and maintenance of an extravagant court at the place, he got an empty treasury. Louis XVI also helped 13 American colonies to gain their independence from Britain. The war added more than 1 billion livres to the debt of more than 2 billion livres debt. Then the lenders began to charge an interest of 10% on loans. To meet its regular expenses, such as the cost of maintaining an army, the court, running government offices or universities, the state was forced to increase taxes. But this measure was not sufficient as only members of the Third Estate paid taxes. Students, livres means unit of currency in France. Moving on to understand French society during the late 18th century. French society in the 18th century was divided into 3 estates, and only members of the Third Estate paid taxes. At first, First Estate. First Estate was known as the clergy. Clergies were the group of persons invested with special functions in the church. They enjoyed certain privileges by birth, like exemption from paying taxes to the state. Further, the church levied a tax called tithe from the peasants, which comprised of 1/10 of the agricultural produce. Students, tithe means a tax levied by the church comprising 1/10 of the agricultural produce. Next, the second estate. The second estate was known as the nobility. It consisted of rich aristocrat people of the state. They also enjoyed the privilege of exemption from paying taxes to the state. They also enjoyed feudal privileges, for example, feudal dues, which they extracted from the peasants. After that, third estate. It consisted of the rest of the population. For example, businessmen, merchants, court officials, lawyers, peasants, artisans, landless labor, etc. They had no privilege, they had to pay direct taxes called taille to the state, as well a number of indirect taxes levied on articles of everyday consumption like salt, tobacco, etc. Peasants made up about 90% of the population on France. Students, taille means tax to be paid directly to the state. Moving on to understand the struggle to survive. During 1715 to 1789, the population of France increased rapidly, which led to a rapid increase in demand for food grains. Insufficient production increased the price of bread. But the wages of the workers did not keep pace with the rise in prices. Situation became worse when bad weather conditions reduced the harvest. This condition created subsistence crisis. Next, emergence of middle class. In the 18th century, a new social group emerged who were known as the middle class. They had become rich by expanding of overseas trade and manufacturing goods. In addition to merchants and manufacturers, there were lawyers and administrative officials who were educated. They believed that no group of society should be privileged by birth. Philosophers like John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and Montesquieu considered the middle class was sole responsible for revolution. They spread the ideas of freedom, equal laws, and opportunities for all. Let us discuss about ideas of philosophers. John Locke, in his two treatises of government, criticized the concept of divine and absolute right of the monarch. Students, monarch means king. Rousseau, in his book The Social Contract, proposed the form of the government based on social contract between people and their representatives. Montesquieu, in his The Spirit of the Laws, stressed the concept of separation of powers between the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. His concept of separation of powers was a great instrument against the despotic autocratic rule of French emperor. American Constitution and its guarantee of individual rights was an important example for political thinkers of France. These ideas were spread among the people through the books and newspapers. With the news that Louis XVI is planning to impose more taxes to meet the expenses of the state, it generated anger and protest against the system of privileges among the people. Students, let us discuss about subsistence crisis. What do you mean by subsistence crisis? Subsistence crisis means an extreme situations where the basic means of livelihood are endangered. Subsistence crisis means an extreme situation where the basic means of livelihood are endangered. Let us discuss about the outbreak of the revolution. On 5th May 1789, Louis XVI called for an assembly of the Estates General to pass the proposal for new taxes. First, second, and third estates sent their representatives. The first and second estates sent 300 representatives each, who were seated in rows facing each other on two sides. Third estate was represented by its more prosperous and educated members, but they faced discrimination and had to stand at the back. Peasants, artisans, and women were denied entry to the assembly, but they sent their demands and grievances through representatives. The members of the third estate demanded that voting should be continued by taking assembly as a whole. But the king rejected this proposal, and members of the third estate walked out of assembly in protest. National Assembly of Third Estate. On 20th June 1789, the representative of the Third Estate assembled in the hall of an indoor tennis court in Versailles. They declared themselves a national assembly. They also swore to draft a new constitution for France that would limit the powers of the monarch. The representatives of the Third Estate were led by Mirabeau and Abbesius. Mirabeau was born in a noble family but discarded his feudal privileges. Abbesius was originally a priest. He wrote an influential pamphlet called What is the Third Estate? Due to severe winter, harvest was severely affected in France, which led to the increase in prices of essential commodities. After spending hours in long queues at the bakery, crowds of angry women raided the shops. On 14th July 1789, an agitated crowd destroyed the Bastille. Seeing the power of revolt, Louis XVI recognized the proposal of National Assembly that his power would be checked by a constitution. On the night of 4th August 1789, France passed the law for abolishing the feudal system of obligations and taxes. The members of clergy were also forced to give up their privileges. Tithes were abolished and lands owned by the church were seized by authority. By this, the government acquired assets worth at least 2 billion livres. The National Assembly completed the draft of the Constitution in 1791. Its main objectives was to limit the powers of the monarch. Now, the powers were separated and assigned to different institutions like the legislature, executive, and judiciary. This change of powers made France a constitutional monarchy. Under the new constitution, the laws were to be made by the National Assembly. The National Assembly was indirectly elected. For example, active citizens voted for a group of electors who is in turn chose the assembly members. Let us discuss about the highlights of the changed system. Men who were about 25 years of age and who paid taxes equal to at least 3 days of a laborer's wage were given the status of active citizens. For example, they had right to vote. The remaining men and all women were classed as passive citizens. To qualify as an elector and then as a member of the assembly, a man had to belong to the highest bracket of taxpayers. The Constitution began with a declaration of the rights of man and citizen, such as the right to life, freedom of speech, freedom of opinion, and equality before law. These were established as natural rights, and it was the duty of the state to protest these. Thank you.